Hey guys, Dave with Tsunami Hydrographics here. Hey, today we're going to dip a scope. I'll give you the breakdown of how I've got this set up for rolling it. I've got, I pour the white mask in. I get it at any craft store, Michael's, Holly Hobby, $11 to $14, probably cheaper at Amazon. You can find it there. I pour it in, and I don't heat mine up. Some guys do. They just put a little heat over it. The only reason I don't is because there's gases in here, and you affect the seal and that lens. You've just taken the waterproofing out of your customer's scope, okay? To me, just pouring it in there, letting it dry, maybe a little air over the top of it to kind of enhance it a little bit. Over the convex of it, of course it dries faster because it's thinner. And then what I do is I just put a little hot glue on a PVC pipe after it's all dry, and then just stick that to it. Okay, both sides are the same. Now I've got some Highlander reduced here. This particular scope set like this, so I've got my windage, my elevation off to the right and the top. Make sure you know where that is. My seam's going to be, of course, right here on the bottom. What I do, this particular pattern's got a repeat pattern of 6 inches. Just so happens my scope is about 6 inches around. So what I'm going to shoot for in trying to get the best seam is to try to hit that pattern from start to finish. The colors will blend a little easier. You're never going to see it, it's on the bottom of the scope, but still, you know, you try to strive for perfection. So what you can do is, if you don't have a pattern that has that on it, I always measure it up and roll it across or something to find out where it's going to start and stop. And that tells me when I'm dipping it if I need to speed up my roll or if I need to slow it down. Okay, if there's a certain measurement you're trying to hit and you don't want that film to stretch, then there is a certain parameter you must follow. Okay, so let's say I wanted to hit these 3 light marks and then hit these 3 light marks. So if this was a film that didn't, just use my Sharpie on that side, so when it goes in the water I can see that. And then over here I'm going to hit my Sharpie over here, and that's where I want to stop. Okay, once I get my activator on there, I'll be able to see those little rascals. Now when I go in, I'm going to go in at an angle, of course, and I'm going to come down and try to hit my seam so that it's going to pull in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be up ahead of it a little bit from my line. I'm not going to go in right at the line. I want it to be to roll this light area here right up in the center here. Okay, so I'm probably going to start roughly about right there. Roll it nice and slow, and then try to get to my finish over here. Okay. One more thing, and I'll move the camera here and show you guys. Hold on 1 second with me. All right, so I've got my film in the water. I've got my marks on it. I know my starting point. Okay, it's going to be across this bottom right here. So the scope's going to be sitting like this. There's my bottom point. So I want to go in roughly in front of my marks there and just roll it easy. And what I wanted to show you guys was the mirror. When you get rolling around, sometimes you can't see. This particular one I can actually kind of go slow enough to see, but I can definitely see it easier over there. This is kind of a shot from what I'm seeing that you guys are seeing right now. Okay, so let me activate this and dip this for you. I don't have my fan on, but okay. Okay. Okay guys, there's the seam right there. That of course is right on the bottom of it. Maybe a little bit over, but I'll sit like that, and that's what you'll see right there. As you can see, I got a little shot when I was dipping. I was watching it down here, but I could just lift my head up a little bit and see what was going on the other side of it with the mirror. Hope it helps, guys. Stick this in the rinse tank here. Anyway, guys, let me show you what. There's my rinse station over there. You can see, I'll bring the camera over there. How the PVC just sits in the receiver right there. So I don't have to lay it down on anything. It's standing up, can rinse all at once, and everything's cool. Alright guys, so again, the mirror, I've got a dipping arm, so it was easy to mount something back there. It rolls back and forth. Anyway, be very careful, okay? Go down to a glass store. They've got all kinds of glass places that are, most of the time they just throw them in the dumpster. But find one that's broken, they'll give it to you, okay? You don't have to spend any money on that there. But make sure you've got it glued to something sturdy, okay? That there is pegboard. I've got it glued with 2 strips of 3M double sticky on that there. I've got the piece of wood in front of it to keep it from rocking. I don't know too many things I'm going to be able to use it for. I do think it's kind of for big objects, big quad parts and things like that where you can't see over when you're dipping. I think it's very beneficial. Little parts like this here, not so much. Anyway, this is Dave with Tsunami Hydrographics. I hope this video helped, showed you a little bit about rolling, marking the back side of your film. It doesn't show up on your print if it's on the back side. The way I've secured the lenses so you don't have to mask them all out, you just use the liquid mask and then glue some PVC to it. You've got 2 handles on the end of it. Make sure when you cut your film you got enough room in between your handles so you've got full movement there. Don't try to be too chintzy with your film, okay? Dave with Tsunami Hydrographics, we're out.